So hard that the entire trip's gone in a flash. So we fixed the water problem, which conveniently raises the water level high enough to get over here. Aren't you awake yet? Look, we got washed all the way down to Lake Hyleia, just as I predicted. And it looks like we're right in front of the spirit spring to boot. Talk about lucky. Well, let's go. Snap out of it and get to the spirit. Alright. If I remember, this is a weird part of The Legend of Zelda. Like, this is... or Twilight Princess, I mean. This is... something happens in here that I still don't quite understand. And I think I looked it up online, and no one really has a very good explanation for it. I am the last of the spirits of light, consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods. You have done well to make it this far. Gather my scattered tears of light that were stolen by shadow. Gather them in this. You got the same thing you've had all these other times. It's crucial. Fill it with tears of light, cut through the twilight, become a human, save the day, win the girls, everything. I'm sure you know by now the forms that these dark insects take when they steal our light. In this shadow realm of Twilight, they're invisible, but I'm gonna put it on your map for you, probably. There's also, like, serpent dudes on the wall. They're cool. I think there's also treasure chests down there that we can get later. Because wolves can't put on iron boots, so we have to be a human for that. Could you imagine? Alright, so we have one over that way. We've got one on a little island over there, and I think the rest are upstream. Oh, there you go. That's another one. You can actually see it moving on the minimap. Oh, that's cool. I thought these were just like approximations. They actually reflect the actual location. That's cool. Is it right here? There he is. So yeah, I'm gonna go for this one up here. Oh, or I guess I'm gonna set up a warp point. So there's a wall, so we're gonna go ahead and take out one of these guys. Oh, darn it. You're gonna get it first. You have to lure them together. There we go. That's actually a pretty important warp that we will be using a lot later. So there's a ladder that way. You can't go that way. Nothing. I know somewhere around here there's an actual, like, decent dig spot that I want to hit. There's a bug over there. Might actually be the bug I'm hunting after. Humor me for a moment, though, while I try to go this way. Maybe the dig spots only show up when you're not in the Twilight Realm. That might be it, truth be told. Like the big dig spots I'm looking for. Yeah. Alright, let's go for the bug then. So that's as far as we can go this way, because there's a ladder here, and opposable thumbs don't work well with ladders, fortunately. Let's go check out this guy, see how he's doing, now that we fixed the water for him. That's not really what I wanted. What are you telling me? You blow that oh yeah, we can have the monster come back. And we can just howl the same song. Yeah, we actually have to do that. Customers won't come even though the water's back. Maybe no one knows. Perhaps I should go tell folks around town. So tired. There's one on an island way over this way. Excuse me a moment while I swim forever. I think you can see him. Yeah, you can. Right between, like, Midna's little hook thing. I don't know. You just barely see him. You can also see a Zora over there. We'll check out the Zora, too. What's that over there? I don't know. What is it? Looks like a bug. Nope. Get out of my town. Alright. So, oh, I think we can call it from here. And we can go back up the waterfall again, only I think there's actual light spirits to collect along the way. Or light bugs, you know, those things. And he's just like, okay, I guess we're doing this again. Seems very okay with it. Alright, so we do need to collect light spirits along the way. You can see them on the minimap. And I think all we really have to do is just run into them. I don't know if you have to dash into them, per se. But yeah, that's all you do and you just get them. There's still guys here. Alright, so there's another one. There should be one pretty close to that one too. Oh yeah, and the waterfalls make you go down. Not a massively important thing, but, you know, I guess it's something to kind of keep in mind. Is that it? That might be it. Yeah, this is the top part where we warp into the next section. So I think that's it. That was easy. Alright then. There should be a bug over here. In fact, the bug says it's like on her person, so... Yeah, there it is. It's like right under. And I got a rupee. Cool. What's that, a bug? Nasty, why is it so big? Golly, I'm sick of roughing it in the boonies. Bug gone. I'm sorry, I like the shiny things. Oh yeah, so there's this really sick floating bridge that was down before because I guess the boxes weren't floating anymore. I like it. I think it's cool. And that is the fishing hole for this game, which is... They actually do a lot of different things with fishing compared to just kind of like regular fishing that we're used to. So that's cool, I guess, you know. That's close. Close enough. Close enough for the wolf spirit to hear me. I await your song. Yeah, I think these floating platforms actually correlate, because see, you can kind of see some of the landmarks in the world from here, and I think they actually correlate to where I'm at and then where you're going to find the wolf at. At least in the sense that, like, you can see Hyrule Castle is kind of the center of the world, so to speak. And so you can see, you know, he's on this side of Hyrule Castle. I think it's a neat thing. Anyway, that's another one we will be finding later. Good to go ahead and knock it out now, because otherwise I might not be able to come back to it for a while. So that is also near Hyrule Town. Or no, that's the one near Hyrule Town I was thinking of, never mind. I think that tunnel goes actually to, or close to, Hyrule Town. In fact, I think it was that dry lake bed that I was running through earlier. Near the, well, not the beginning, but closer to the beginning of the video. Or section of videos, I should say.
Hey.
Do you think Prince Rallis passed through here?
Yeah.
He must have. This is the only waterway that connects to Hyrule Castle. Come, let's follow this path in search of him. So yeah, that way does in fact lead back to Hyrule Castle. It's a useful way to know, but I think there are some more bugs this way. Yep, there's one flying over there that you can see. Should be one kind of behind this rock. Oh, here. Let's talk to you guys first. Water level has gone down, so we can actually walk around. We fractured troops searching strength of too many parties searching for the prince. Our guard here will be too thin. Prince Rallis is so young. To think the queen... Ugh. Not our prince, too. No, it's better not even to think about such unlucky thoughts. Attacks by the Shadow Beast. Volcanic boulders in the throne room. What in the world is going on? And there is cold wall here. It appears that the cave to Snow Peak is still frozen over. I suppose we'll have to wait a bit longer. I think if you stay near... Yeah, if you stay near it too long, you get damaged. Yeah. Good experiment. And we can jump up this way, but I'm not going to do that as of yet. So we have these weird floating things we can use to get the bug. In fact, we actually have to, because we can't attack in the water. Which I think is one of the wolf's biggest weak points. Is that he can only attack on land. The wolf has a lot of weak points. I guess I can kind of see why people don't like the wolf. Because the wolf is somewhat limited in a lot of ways, which I'm okay with for the most part, but I could see a lot of people not liking. You can't use health potions, you can't use any items basically... In fact, I think that's incredibly correct. Everything you have from the second you first get the wolf is everything you have at the end of the game with the wolf. You don't, like, unlock anything extra new with the wolf. So the wolf gameplay is entirely the same throughout the entire game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I don't think you actually get any new abilities. That actually makes me sad thinking about it. That's probably why people didn't like the wolf. I don't really know what abilities you can give a wolf. Oh well. At the very least, Human Link gets a lot of good stuff, and later on in the game, not to spoil too much, it becomes a little trivial that the wolf doesn't have as many abilities as the human. Hey, we can climb up from here. So now we gotta find a new way up that doesn't involve climbing up frozen things, because all the frozen stuff's been knocked away. It's that way. What's this way? This was the way that led up the path before, and now I can't do that anymore. Look at that, water's just like pouring out of the rocks. Full force even. I'm assuming it probably routes from, you know, Zora's domain, like the top bit or something. You notice there's vines everywhere, which means as a human it's not too difficult to get up all this. Let's see, I hope I didn't make it so I have to climb up all this again. Anyway, this is a little pathway, which is the actual way you're supposed to get up to Zora's domain. You know, it's got steps and everything. If you didn't have the ability to fly up, you didn't have the ability to warp in or fly up on a bird, giant bird, this is the actual way you take to get up to Zora's domain. Which has conveniently been blocked by a big rock. We can, get rid of the big rock later, but going along with that whole thing, Wolf can't really get rid of that. And I did just realize that unfortunately I cannot take the easy way back. I was hoping they'd give me just a quick jump point, but unfortunately not, so I gotta jump all the way up. So excuse me for a moment. You know, the thing that I always found the most annoying about the whole Midna jump thing is it's all contextual. Like, for example, here, let me show you this jump. See this? So this is a jump we couldn't make it up, you know, unless we had thumbs. But what if that vine wasn't there? We couldn't make it up at all, except for Midna says, hey, we can jump up it. Why can't we do that at any point? There are clearly walls later and earlier in the game that are about that high or so that we just can't get up and the game doesn't want you to get up. But it's because Midna hasn't chosen you to have a context ability to jump up there. I always found that to be a little bit of a weird break in immersion. You only get to jump on things that the game says you're allowed to jump on. Which, you know, don't get me wrong, I know games do that. Oh no! I was hoping it would just let me swim up. Don't get me wrong, you know, I know games always do that, but it's a little sad. Excuse me while I jump up this thing for the third time. You know what I just realized? We have a warp point up there. I'm not climbing that again. Give me a warp. Dang it. Oh man, I should have done that from the beginning. Oh well. So somewhere in here, I think on this wall? I see it up there. Let's take it off. Yeah. Take off the lightning bugs. Alright, there you go. So we're still missing 2. So my extensive bug hunting knowledge tells me there isn't any in the immediate area. Sniff, my queen. Do you have anything of interest to say? Lanyard Province is vast, so finding dark bugs in it is a task in itself. Use a portal or that bird that you call near the reed whistles and get it done. That would have been so smart. Just portal your way up here and then swim down. I'm an idiot. Now, I can't remember if there's bugs that go out towards like Lake or towards Hyrule Castle, you know, where those guys swam off to? Because I think I've exhausted all the things, as far as I know. Is that a bug? Is that a bug right there? Hold on. Is that a bug right there? I think that's a bug. Are you serious? Surely that's not it. But that's the only thing I see left. I think that's it. In Hyrule Town, of all places. Even though all the other bugs were clustered elsewhere. That's weird. Okay, hold on. I think this might actually be it, because I remember there being something weird about this last... this last couple, like, pieces you have to get. I run away from birds. Oh, yes, now I remember. Now we get a warp point. I was thinking, wasn't there an easier way to get back to Castletown than this? Well, there is. Gotta go through the warp point that we're about to make. I wonder why they keep sending these down to us. Because surely they're triggered by us. Like, whatever's happening, they somehow are triggered by us in some way. So they're sending them specifically... Maybe... Well, you know what? Because I don't know if they could even catch, like, regular people with them. You know, regular spirity people? So surely we're the only people that they're intending to catch with these traps. And yet we've defeated them each time and used them to further our progress. I don't know if this whole thing's very well thought out. Anyway, we fixed the fountain. That's cool. Yeah, I see it. I see it on the map. There's definitely a light bug spirit thing over here. Think they're still lining the streets? Oh, they are. Anyway, let's go get that one random bug that was placed over here. Hey, what's going on? Should be one more. Where could the last here be? What? There it is. What's going on? This is weird. Alright. Let's warp to it. Yeah, I remember this. This is the thing. There's something weird about the last tier, which is always a little odd. But on the plus side, I don't think we ever have to do this in the game again. It's kind of divided all weirdly. This whole thing. Oh yeah. I actually like this section. I talked to a friend about it. They told me they like had no idea. They didn't remember this at all. This whole fight segment we're about to have. I was like, hey, don't you remember the thing at the Lake Hylia? You're getting the light tears or whatever. You know, I described it to them, and they, for some reason, couldn't remember it. should be somewhere around here. Uh-oh. Bubbles? Bubbles are dangerous. Ah, yes. The adorable, flying, gross, squishy worm bug with wiggly things. It is kind of gross, but I like it. He's cool. And you have to fight on these little floating platforms, considering that Link can only fight on floating platforms. There we go. It's gonna be Nintendo's third time's the charm thing that they like to do. They took a very non-dangerous enemy and tried to make him scary. His only attacks are a swimming... Oh, hold on. Oh, I remember now. Yep, there you go. You gotta attack all the nubbies. Not my nubbies! They took a very non-dangerous enemy who only really has like a self-defensive charge crackle, made him bigger, which Nintendo actually likes to do. Just make an enemy bigger. And then make him do a swimming dive attack. You did it, Link. You saved the day. Get ready for a weird cutscene.